He is a scholar of Islam. His translation is more accurate than Yusuf Ali. But Yusuf Ali's literary style is unsurpassed. Yeah. Any other questions?
Sheikh was speaking about the institution of fasting just now, where we create a power and energy among Muslims. But I would like to maybe the Sheikh can add on to our people. In example, in Malaysia, when it comes fasting months, there are festivities. It turns into festivities. We can see, our brothers might agree with me. So there are a lot of lackings. So
I know nothing of that subject.
Maybe you can give suggestions for our members here, how to create this kuwah inside us, inshallah.
Well, one thing you could start with, and this business about having iftar parties, and going from one home to another, and having a nice time, people getting together to break the fast together and so on, and eating a ton load of food. I personally find it, I find it negative to be moving around in Ramadan. And I find it to be positive to remain in one place. I give the rest of the year to you all, give the month of Ramadan to me now. So you would break your fast every day, one day, like the Taraweeh, gracefully. You can recite from the Quran after you've broken the fast and before the Salat. You have a period of time. You recite the whole Quran during Ramadan. The whole Quran during Ramadan. If you could recite it twice, mashallah. So you want to get every spare moment that you could get. Every spare moment that you can get. Turn off the TV, or better than that, throw it out of the window, and spend your time with the Quran. I have found that it is not just reciting the Quran in Ramadan, which is good, reciting the Quran in Ramadan, which is good, but even more important than reciting the Quran in Ramadan is studying the Quran in Ramadan. The nights of Ramadan are not meant for fun. The nights of Ramadan are the loveliest nights for study of the Quran, because you are spiritually energized in Ramadan. It's like a different world in Ramadan. That's why when Ramadan comes to an end, you find Muslims weeping. What kind of strange people these are, these Muslims? Huh? They're weeping because the month of fasting has come to an end. It was so difficult to fast for the whole month. They should be so happy Ramadan is gone. But no. Look at the Muslims. They're so sad that the month of Ramadan has ended. They're saying, farewell, O Ramadan, al-Wida. I don't know whether I'll live to see another Ramadan. What kind of people are these Muslims? The answer is because they are spiritually energized during the month of Ramadan. And that creates an opportunity for you to be able to penetrate with knowledge that which otherwise you may not be able to penetrate. So that's how to spend the month of Ramadan. Any other questions? Okay. Time for tea, Gary.
Once again, our profound appreciation to Maulana Sheikh Imran and our fellow questioners for having participated in this informative session. This brief interaction we had, I'm sure, has served to enhance our comprehension of the importance of tonight's subject, inshallah. Now, all things must eventually come to an end. As such, we are now at the end of tonight's program. But before we bring down the curtain, there is a couple of announcements to be made. Now, the lecture by the American ex-janitor of the World Trade Center, Mr. William Rodriguez, on the subject of 9/11, the untold truth, which he presented here in July, the 20th of July, is finally available in DVD format. And it's being sold at the IPSI booth at the foyer in the front. And together you can also get the DVD lectures of Sister Yvonne Ridley, the British-born journalist who was abducted by Taliban in Afghanistan before she became Muslim. And also lectures by Sheikh Yusuf Estes, the Texas-born Christian missionary who is now a Muslim preacher. You can find these DVDs at the foyer. Now together you also find Sheikh Imran's lecture DVDs. Titles like Imam Al-Mahdi and the Return of the Islamic Caliphate. This DVD has some relation to the question posed by our brother just now about the Caliphate system. And the Ya'juj and Ma'juj, Gog and Magog in the Quran, another lecture. And also the topic of the Muslim village. Now this is just 3 among the many other, about the other 16 DVDs titles which are available at the foyer. And you also find a set of his new books. 3 new books written by Sheikh Imran. The first being the book entitled The Signs of the Last Day in the Modern Age. This book, which contains a series of articles written by Sheikh Imran, and also 2 books in relation to Surah Al-Kahf. This one is called The Text, Translation and Modern Commentary, and there's a separate book also on the same subject. Surah Al-Kahf and the Modern Age is the title. And also a book that is directly related to tonight's presentation, the strategic significance of the fast from Ramadan and Isra and Mi'raj. So these books are also available at the foyer, inshallah. You can get it on your way out. And Sheikh Imran will be here to sign his books later, inshallah. Now, after Hari Raya Eid al-Fitr, IPSI will begin its new session of classes every Saturday night from 8 to 11 p.m. Inshallah, these classes will cover a variety of subjects like that of comparative religion, Aqidah, that is Islamic belief, Sirah, Islamic history, economics, women's issue, as well as on international affairs. Now, for those of you who are interested in registering for these classes, you can leave your contact details with either with me, Brother Kamaruddin, or Sister Rohaida of IPSI, and inshallah the classes will commence after Ramadan, inshallah. Now, on behalf of Brother Kamaruddin Abdullah and the organizing committee of tonight's program, as well as IPSI, I would like to greet all of you with the greeting of peace and blessings, and wish all of you the coming of Ramadan al-Mubarak. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it a fruitful and meaningful month for us, a month in which we can seek our forgiveness for the sins we have done, as well as the month to increase our piety and our status in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah accept all our fasting for His sake and admit us into His gardens of paradise in the hereafter. Ameen, Ya Rabbal Alameen. Inshallah, with this, I now close the session. I wish you a safe journey home. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.